What's going on, Washington Commanders Nation? The Commanders are looking for more help at the cornerback position. They went and found one of Lance Newmark's guys from his time in Detroit, a guy who actually started for the majority of the 2023 season for them, and Jerry Jacobs. And what this means about the potential and possible return for Marshon Lattimore, let's talk about it. First things first, this episode and all videos and streams this season are brought to you by our sponsors over at BetUS Sportsbook and Casino, home of the fastest payouts in the industry. Use promo code YouTube150 for 150% match bonus on your first deposit, 125 on your second and third for up to $2,000. Please bet responsibly and do it with BetUS Sportsbook and Casino. Washington, all year, we've battled with the conversation of the biggest hole on the roster being the cornerback position, a position that we figured would be shored up with the acquisition of Marshon Lattimore from the New Orleans Saints and the surging of Mikey Sanders still as an outside corner, potentially putting Noah Igbenogany in the slot, sliding him inside. Well, today, we worked out a former Detroit Lions cornerback today, Mr. Jerry Jacobs, just under 6 foot cornerback, 203 pounds. So for the most part, that's a Dan Quinn archetype of corner, good size. He's 27 years old, and this is his 4th year in the league, coming out of Arkansas State at a community college. Tore his ACL back in 2021 with the Detroit Lions. He tore his ACL back in 2021, got activated later in the 2022 season. But in 2023 for the Detroit Lions, he entered the season as a starting corner for him. In week 4, he recorded 2 interceptions on Jordan Love, finished the season with 55 tackles, 8 passes defense, and 3 interceptions through 15 games. And he only started 12 times. So in 12 starts, we're talking about a guy who had 3 interceptions. 3 interceptions for the Detroit Lions last year. And I'm not one to throw away that resume because we're a team that we don't be catching interceptions, bruh. We don't be catching interceptions. We do not be forcing turnovers. So who am I to scoff at a guy who had 3 turnovers in 12 games starting for the Detroit Lions last year? But what makes me have pause about this: 1, it was just a workout. We didn't sign the guy yet. But 2, are they trying to tell us that Marshon Lattimore may not be back anytime soon, or possibly for the duration of this season? Adding another cornerback, I mean, we know what Benjamin St-Juste is. We know what we're going to get from him on a consistent basis. And Noah Igbenogany, he's been up and down for most of the season. Mikey Sanders still is the only resemblance of consistency and promise and upside we have on the field at cornerback right now. So this is interesting to me. Of course, St-Juste got beat for another deep ball against another no-named receiver, Jalen Brooks, on Sunday. There were people from ESPN last week saying that Marshon could be making his debut versus the Tennessee Titans this week. I don't feel like that's the case. I feel like the earliest we still may see him is after the bye when we go up to the Big Easy to play against his former team. But adding cornerback, how do y'all read this situation? I don't really have much of a read on this right now, but it just seems odd to be looking for another cornerback right now when we're allegedly getting Marshon Lattimore back in the next couple of weeks. And this is someone that our assistant GM knows. Like Lance Newmark knows exactly what this guy is, what his injury history and medical reports look like. So this is just odd to me, but I'm here for anything that adds something better to the roster. If he's better than what we have, bring him. And he is a guy who started games before, unlike some of these nothing burger elevations and signings we've made this year. This is a guy who's actually played football at this level and started as recently as last season, 2023. But the bigger conversation point at this point is what is the status of Marshon Lattimore? Like, as the days go by, I'm starting to, maybe it's just the pessimism seeping in since we've lost 3 games in a row, but I'm starting to feel like they could shut down Marshon Lattimore for this season. And am I wrong to feel that way? Am I wrong for feeling like there's a chance, like there's a sliver of an idea that they could rest and shut down Lattimore for the entire season? See, Kenny, that's exactly what I'm like. And my whole opinion on the Lattimore thing changed when Albert Breer said that shit he said before the Philadelphia Eagles game. When Breer came out before that game on Amazon Prime's pregame show and said they view him as the number 1 acquisition for 2025, and they don't view him as a right now thing, them coming forward and outwardly speaking about 2025 made me feel like, are we even going to see him in a Washington uniform this year? I'm talking about a game uniform, not a practice uniform, because he's been out there shucking and jiving a little bit. But I get a feeling that they're not giving us full transparency on the severity of the injury. And soft tissue injuries can be a bitch. Soft tissue injuries can be the worst shit ever. Soft tissue and turf toe, they're like the most annoying, aggravating, and by feel injuries. Like, a doctor or the medical examiner for the team is not exactly going to have a full read on it. It's a how he's feeling, how he's looking when you get him moving around. And they just started speed drills with him this week. I think they got blindsided by the injury, or they're just not telling us something. What's going on, Tyler and Kenny? It could be a combination of things, but them going out and sniffing for another cornerback, doesn't that just scream we're probably not getting Lattimore back, but they want to add some more to the room? And if it doesn't spell that the writing is in the wall in bold italics letters in all caps for Emanuel Forbes, if you can't suit up, if you cannot be active on Sundays with the current state of our cornerback room, you have no role here. Like, I'm surprised they haven't released Emanuel Forbes yet. He doesn't even suit up on Sundays. From what everybody's telling me, Emanuel Forbes is much more active at Rose Bar and U Street than he is right now at practice and on Sunday. So, yikes. Yeah. You know, if you needed a clear and stark reminder of just how bad they think Emanuel Forbes is, he's not dressing for this cornerback room, and Michael Davis is actually getting snaps again. I don't like how DQ gave us bullshit about the health on our guys. That's crazy. I mean, to a degree, they have to keep some of that tight to their vest. We're not supposed to know everything. There's a level of transparency that they don't even have to give us or the media. So I do understand it. I'm scared of this signing because what the fuck y'all trying to say? Yeah, we didn't sign Jerry Jacobs yet, but it's what it indicates if we do sign him. You sign a corner that has started games last year right now after trading for Lattimore, it just looks to me like, yeah, this boy ain't ready. This boy ain't ready, and he may not be ready for quite some time. So we need to add some more to the room because we don't like what we have, and nobody likes what we have. It's Sandra Still and a bunch of ass at the cornerback position for us, bro. Shout out to my boy Jalen's dad. I think you need to let go of the Emanuel Forbes apologist tour, man. He's cooked. He can't get. Our corners are not good, and he doesn't dress on Sundays. That was another failed experiment. Thank you, Ronald Eugene Rivera, for another first-round miss. They covered up Jaden's health for weeks when we clearly see that he's playing different until this week. I mean, I don't think that was a cover-up. We all know what the injury was. He had banged up ribs. It wasn't enough to keep him out of games, and it wasn't a structural or cartilage issue. You know, he had banged up ribs. So I wouldn't say they covered that up. Can we please recruit a guy who could play O-line, run the ball, and catch the ball, as well as play cornerback? Shit, Travis Hunter, like the only person I know that could do a little bit of everything, because damn, it seems like since we got the 7-2, we can't block, we can't catch, we can't execute, we can't throw, we can't run. Our offense has just lost its identity, and we just out there floundering around on Sundays. Yeah, Forbes is beyond cooked. He's deep fried. He's charbroiled. He's on the smoker, the grill. There's ashes left of that boy's tenure in DC. They try out guys every Tuesday, the team's day off. This could be a signing for now, but also a signing for injury. But I don't think more like a signing for death. And I agree about Ford. Yeah, you could be right. And we may have to look at more running backs. Obviously, we're going to probably have to re-sign Chris Rodriguez Jr., but we're talking about a game this Sunday where we can be and most likely will be without Brian Robinson with messed up ligaments in his ankle and Austin Eckler. So we might want to get some running backs in here. Maybe 1 week we need to teeter with the receiving core order, and maybe we need to throw Michael Strachan out there. Michael Strachan, the 6'5" receiver on the practice squad. Maybe we need to throw his ass out there and shake some things up at some point, man. I'm just hoping this is the prep for the plan to bench Benjamin St-Juste. Oh, we can all cross our fingers on that one. We can all cross our fingers on that one, because St-Juste is ass. People can try to paint me all the narratives they like about Benjamin St-Juste. I know what ass looks like, and Benjamin St-Juste is indeed that. Offense is just now, wow. Yeah, we've lost our identity completely. Ron is going to have to wait another season before we send him the Super Bowl ring. I seen something where where Wiley would be good since he was good in the preseason. I believe Michael Wiley. Yep, Michael Wiley. You know, I mean, I don't know where preseason registers to right now, but we're going to have to bring some guys up, because I don't think B-Rob or Eckler are going to play this week. Eckler's back in the concussion protocol, and that shit looked terrifyingly scary on Sunday. Definitely need another running back. Wiley and Rob, do y'all consider bringing in a vet? Bringing in one of these old established running backs in here? I believe somebody had mentioned Fournette and Dalvin Cook on my stream last night. DQ, a defense guy. He only answers questions talking about the defense, which is annoying. Offense stinks. He talking about speed and tackles, man. We're just down right now. So when we're down, we find everything to be upset about. But I understand everyone's frustration. Kaz Allen can play running back just for the mean. I don't know if I trust his little fumbling ass back there. Kaz Allen feel like he can go out there and lose us a football game with his fumbling, non-catching ass. BSJ would be average if he just looked for the ball. Yeah, he could at least be an average starting cornerback too if his neck worked. His neck don't work. It's like his head is not allowed to turn around. He's only allowed to face one direction at a time. He's not allowed to make adjustment. He's not allowed to. He don't flip his hips, nor does he turn his head, man. Yeah, man. What's going on, Dubs? What's the latest on Marshon? There's no latest on him. The latest on Marshon is we're in the process of working out veteran cornerbacks right now. And this is just how my brain works. I think about what the corresponding move or what the reason of why we would bring in a cornerback right now. Because if I'm correct, none of our corners got hurt this weekend, right? I don't believe Benjamin St-Juste or Noah Igbenogany was injured on Sunday. Am I tripping? Did somebody get hurt that I don't know about? I mean, I was so locked into that game, or not locked into that game, because it was disgusting me. Maybe did somebody get hurt that I don't know about? Y'all let me know. Why is this guy on the street with a good season like he had last year? Well, numbers wise, it looked like a good season compared to what we're used to here, but it probably wasn't as good a season when you look at it. And he's had injury issues. He didn't start all 17 weeks for him. He had a torn ACL back in 2021. But guys be on the street at this time for a reason. And good players, for the most part, are not available to be signed on November 26th, a couple days before Thanksgiving. We honestly just show, we sure did. We sure did. We've been bad since the Bears game. We need to shape up. Yeah, man. We got to see something different if they don't get it together this week. then we're cooked. Do I think Bo Nix takes the Rookie of the Year? He's in the lead for it now. He's in the lead for it as my feet sit here today, man. Now that we are out of the running for division champs, I can watch stress-free and just focus on Jaden's development. If we make the playoffs via wild card, then it's the icing on the cake. Yeah, that's where I'm at this point. I don't want to even use the word playoffs for real or playoff scenarios, even though we sit at the 7th seed at the current juncture. It feels like a slur. It feels dirty to even talk about it right now, man. No way they thought Benjamin St-Juste was better than Fuller. I mean, Benjamin St-Juste is still on his rookie contract, and Fuller required a contract. They probably didn't want to get him. So I don't think that was the thinking that went into letting Kendall Fuller walk. It wasn't as simple as that, being that one's on their rookie contract and one's an older guy that requires another payday. Is Ben Sinnott? No, it's way too soon to talk about draft bust. And Ben Sinnott, if anything, is a good fullback. You see that block he threw on that Jaden rushing touchdown? And it's they just haven't got him involved in the offense yet. I do hate that we're throwing passes to John Bates and not Ben Sinnott, but the coaches know better than I. And maybe it's just he's just not getting it yet, and he needs more time. We deserve to understand until we beat over 500 teams, we are who we are, and this is true. Benjamin, go focus on. Go back to Canada and model, my guy. Saint shit is going to cost us the playoff. The Lattimore signing is like Dallas signing Dalvin Cook. Did they go to the proper investigation? I don't think it's like Dalvin Cook, though. Like Dalvin Cook is his last name. He's cooked at this point of his career. I think once Lattimore gets on the field, we're going to be able to put this all behind us at some point. But until he does, though, there are these questions that are going to linger on. And I'm just interested to see that if we do sign Jerry Jacobs and we add another cornerback to that room, does that have anything to do with Lattimore, or are they just trying to add more bodies to the room? Nobody got hurt on Sunday, right? Nobody got hurt, right? BSJ not even close to average because opponents' quarterbacks just throw 50-50 balls his way. No threat. It's not even just no threat on interception. No threat that he's even going to be cognizant that the ball is being thrown to his vicinity. To hell with working them out, sign him and start him. Cat Daddy said, fuck it, let's get right to it. No wins. Dropping passes and no tight end consistency will not help anything. That and the fact that we're getting no push up front. Our offensive line got to thrive on the fact that our quarterback was playing perfectly for so long in this season. Now that it doesn't look perfect, we're being exposed a little bit, and our interior of our O-line are getting beat like a fucking drum right now. All Dallas had to do was say, hey, you know what, Micah, slide inside, and we're going to rush their guards. And he lived in the backfield for the entire game. Do I think we're going to win anymore? Oh, we're not losing out, y'all. I know it hurts right now. I know we're in a fucking rut of all ruts, but we're not going to lose out. We could still be the wild cards team. We could still be the 7th seed in this race. We just got to get our lives together. So I'm not dooming and glooming, even though Sunday made me feel like we're not going to win a game ever again this year, because that was just a demoralizing game and the way that it took place. But I don't think we're that ass. I don't think we're that ass. No number 2 receiver. They will shadow McLaurin and shut him down. The rest of the wide receivers drop passes and are not a threat. And you got a bunch of guys out there trying to be wide receiver 2s when they're wide receiver 3s, 4s, 5s, and 6s. I feel like Jaden Job been playing concern. No, it's not just Jaden, Cliff. The offense as a whole, they're playing afraid. They're playing not to lose instead of playing to win. Earlier in the season, we were attacking success. We were going for it. It didn't matter if we got the 2nd and 20. We was going to get them 20 yards back. We was picking up chunk plays. We were doing it. Now it's like we're playing to eliminate mistakes rather than playing to score, playing to move the ball, playing to actually achieve. We're all playing a little pussy right now. The play calling's a little pussy. The execution's a little pushy. Jaden he's thinking on the field now. Jaden was playing without thinking for quite some time. He was just letting his game speak, and he was just letting it come to him. He was just reacting as he saw it. The offense is thinking. The O-line's getting their ass kicked. Our run game has been booty, and teams are selling out to stop Terry. Like, there shouldn't be games where Noah Brown is getting 11 targets in the game. There shouldn't be games like that over here. But unfortunately, that is it. We need a field goal kicker. Unfortunately, this is the guy we're going to have to rock with for now, you know? I've seen our fans say we should draft another. Yeah, because people are fucking stupid. Like, I've seen people say fire Cliff, fire DQ, and draft another quarterback. Like, respectfully, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Daniel Jones as the backup? No. Marcus Mariota is a fine backup. Philly, the tape is out. The tape is out right now. And now is when a good quarterback and a good offensive coordinator, they adjust to the tape being out. You guys know what you're going to do now, so how are you going to counter them? Stop trying to counter with the same right hand. You just keep trying to throw the overhand right. They see that shit coming. It's telegraphed. Figure something else out and keep it pushing, man. And keep it pushing. But it is way too soon to start talking about some motherfucking firing of coaches, drafting a new coach. Man, we have a fucking quarterback. Like, everybody needs to pump the brakes. I know 7-2 felt amazing because it was the best start of my life as a fan here. And I know where my expectations transformed into after seeing that. But come on, man. What the fuck are people talking about? We need to move Terry. Yes. Cliff, I know you have a system that is very static, that keeps your number one receiver to one side. We need to act as if Terry is the number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 receiver, because our receiving core is ass. You need to have Terry in the slot. You need to have Terry on the right. You need to have him on the left. You need to have him in the front of the bunch, the back of the bunch. We need to be targeting Terry 12 to 15 times a week because our receivers stink. You know what happened? You know, if Noah Brown keeps dropping the ball, stop throwing it to him. If Zach Ertz drops the ball, stop throwing it to him. Nothing good ever comes when John Bates touches the football. Why are we throwing John Bates the football? Like, we just got to get back to what we were doing, man. What up, Bruce? What's going on, man? Some people don't deserve nice things, man. What that Jaden and Terry touchdown told me was we need to go towards what they want to do instead of what Cliff wants to do. Nah, it's just, I think Cliff has been playing it safe while Jaden was banged up. He's been playing it safe, and we've started to play not to lose instead of playing. We were playing to win through 9 weeks of this season. Through 10 weeks of this season, we were going after it, bro. We were taking chances. We were executing, and now it feels like as soon as we get a penalty, drive killer. As soon as we lose a couple yards on first down, when Brian Robinson gets stopped for a 3-yard loss, drive killer. Like, we're cooked because we're not even throwing to the sticks anymore. Like, it's all a bunch of conservative bullshit. But here's what it is, man. We're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. Yeah, cue the SpongeBob meme up with him, like, bent over, saying some crazy shit, man. Love your channel. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for locking in with your boy. Smash that like button. We got 278 in the chat on a Tuesday afternoon. It is Tuesday, correct? Yeah, I think we're going to be going live later on the Commanders Kings channel, waiting on the guys so we can green light that. But is Jerry Jacobs any good? He had a decent season starting for the Lions last year, 3 interceptions, 55 tackles, etc. But good isn't really available to be signed around Thanksgiving. So you're looking at probably a jag to a roster body, but he's someone who's actually started in the league as recently as last year. And 3 interceptions would be a fucking milestone on this football team. So, yeah, man. Appreciate you for joining the channel. Everybody, welcome Nice with them to the channel. Appreciate that. Zane Gonzalez was 3 for 3. Why didn't we keep him in? My thoughts on the kicker situation is that Austin Seibert does not want to go back to the unemployment line, and he risked it all because he saw Zane Gonzalez having success. And in this not for long league that the NFL is, he was like, fuck that. I need this full-time work. We got to get back to it. Lake was on my channel earlier. Shout out to Lake Lewis Jr. Make sure y'all sub him up, by the way. He said in warm-ups, he was hitting everything. He said he was hitting everything. So as soon as the game started, it changed. But he said he was right down the middle, short, intermediate, and long. So he looked terrified. If y'all seen the movie The Replacements, he looked like the kicker who like owed money to a bookie. And he looked terrified before the kicks were even going in the air, man. Oh, yeah. The right. Yep. Terry was on the right side of the field on that play. Exactly. I would make a channel, but you are speaking my sentiments. Hey, still make a channel, man. There's room out there for everybody to have a YouTube channel and speak their opinions and air their grievances, because I don't speak for nobody, but you may find some things you agree with, and probably a bunch of things you disagree with over here, but I love the space and the forum that we could all kick it together and talk about this dumbass team that we love so much. Is he healthy? Don't need another. I know we definitely don't need another one. They worked him out. I imagine he's healthy at this time. If they're working out another injury-prone corner, I don't know what we're talking about, man. Appreciate that, Richard. Thank you for rocking with your guy. We're almost at 300 in the chat right now. If y'all can smash that like button for your boy, helps push this channel out to a wider audience as we push towards 16,000 subscribers right now. Home Alone face, hell yeah. He definitely had the wet bandits face when he came out to kick them field goals, because he looked like he missed it before he even lined up to kick them shit. We do. And that's a factor, but we also can be disappointed and let down, because Sunday we were a very unserious football team. You think we should have went for the win in the 2-point conversion? And after the fact, I think a lot of people will say that. You probably felt that way before. I think the right move was to kick the extra point. What I don't like is how fast we decided to do the extra point. Like, I didn't even see Dan Quinn look at the quarterback or look at the OC and even think about two. As Terry's cleat crossed the goal line, the barrier of the goal line, Dan Quinn was throwing ones up immediately. So we didn't even ponder winning that shit. And NFL coaches will all tell you, you only go for the win like that on the road, which is interesting to me. To caveat on the Terry on the right side, ding, ding, ding. Hey, Cliff, come on, Clifford. We gotta change our ways, man. We can't be having people out here calling us frauds and saying Dan Quinn always fails at the end of seasons and Cliff always fails. We can't be feeding into these bullshit fodder narratives, man. Rio, keep shit 1,000. Authentic. Respect the boy. Anthony Perry, appreciate you for the $5 donation. I tried to, man. But Martinez about to go from cut to start. Oh, Rodriguez about to go from cut to starting running back. Hey, man, it be like that sometimes, man. Sometimes you lose your job. You come back with a promotion a couple weeks later, because we probably will be without our running back 1 and our running back 2 on Sunday versus the Tennessee Titans. So there is a good chance, man. I found the football, by the way. Where's the lucky football? I found it. We are back to lucky football games, bro. I even put that. I gave my son the beef. It wasn't even on. I don't know how, but my lucky football ended up somewhere buried in the closet in my room. I don't know. I don't know how my football got back there, but I definitely got to bring the lucky football back for Sundays, because we've been losing hella games ever since that shit was not present on the stream. Extra point was the play. We wanted to beat him in overtime. Short offense was ass all game. It was just a goofy ass game. Like, that game was on drugs on Sunday. 10-9 going into the fourth quarter, and the final score is 34-26. 41 points scored between the two teams in the fourth quarter. Game was on drugs. I called my friend after Terry scored the touchdown. As I was on the phone, I was like, what if we missed the kick? That's going to be embarrassing. And sure enough, we missed the kick. It reminded me of a game with Donovan McNabb. I'm trying to think, who were we playing? I want to say it was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and McNabb threw what should have been like a game-winning or game-tying touchdown to Santana Moss. and then we come out and miss the fucking, who was it? Sean Schweijum. It was one of them old dusty ass kickers we used to have. They came out and missed the extra point that would either won or tied the game. I think it was versus Tampa, and I think it was Schweijum. I'm not sure if the kicker was right, but I'm sure it was McNabb quarterbacking the team, man. Hell yeah. Appreciate you, Aubrey, for the $10 donation, as well as Victor. I think Diami is better as a Swiss Army type player. Diami's, he's our screen merchant. He's our screen merchant, and once a year, he's going to hit a deep ball. Unfortunately, we used up his one annual deep ball versus the Cleveland Browns, so we may not get that again. He's only good for one of those a year. I appreciate you, my guy, but man. He said he didn't think twice. It was one. Oh, I can tell he didn't think twice. I saw that shit on the TV. He was running down the sideline with ones in the air for going for one instead of two as soon as Terry crossed the goal line. So keeps us humble. If we won, we would have think with some top flight. No. If we won, I would have said the football gods love us and we got some team of destiny in our blood, because we almost pulled off 2 Landover miracles in one season, man. Hell yeah. I always hit the like for you. Appreciate you, Marvin. I want to see more from Sennett and Luke. Our new regime's draft picks, not Ertz or Brown. Let's see what the young fellas can do. And we all been waiting on that shit. We all been waiting for it. It's the young boy bowl in the running back room. C-Rod, Wiley, and McNichol. Maybe that's good. Maybe we need some young legs in there. Maybe we need Wiley ass in there because maybe he can hit a home run because he's actually explosive. I'm watching all these running backs run for all these long ass runs, and I'm sitting there like, I wish we had that. I wish we had that here, man. Quinn didn't have the team prepared. They're also undisciplined. That's a coaching issue. Yep, it was everybody. Nobody gets a pass for Sunday. They haven't made any announcements yet, but I imagine Wiley. I imagine we re-signed Chris Rodriguez Jr. I guess they got to see just the severity of Brian Robinson's ankle and Austin Eckler's concussion. B. Rob has hurt every part of his lower extremities this season, and it's becoming an issue for me. Like, running back will be on the menu for us in the offseason somewhere in the draft. Cliff's a little late to adjust. Jaden was hurt in the passing game, scrambling, suffered. Then O-line hurt and running game suffered. And Jaden being pressured more, no answers to these injuries. We have to be able to still execute. We have to be able to learn how to hit back once we're punched first. We look like we were front runners and we only know how to play with a lead. Now we're starting behind a lot and we're getting punched first and we don't have anything to punch back with. We have to figure out how to do so. Why the fuck when I finally convinced my wife to go to Costco during the week instead of Sunday so I could watch the game with y'all? It's 3 L's in a row. Oh, man. We got to bounce back this week, man. We got to bounce back this week. Damn, B-Rob out, Willie out, and Eckler out. Wiley. Yep, it's not looking good, but we got to turn this shit around this week, man. We got to turn in Robinson can't stay healthy, not at all. He lives on the injury report. Oh, man. Running back is definitely. Oh, yeah, for sure. Since the Gruden era, Bates had bad hands, but is great with blocking. That's why he's. Oh, yeah. He's one of the best blocking tight ends in the league. Yep, and catchy. So we can we need to see at some point what Sennett can do, because Sennett actually looks like he's capable of doing something with the ball in his hand. He was a little bit of a rack demon at Kansas State. So I would like to see him at some point be sprinkled into the offense, but clearly he's not ready or something, man. I kicked everything soft in my house when I was 15 when my parents was watching me. I was very disgusted. I actually sat inside. Like, my son was sitting next to me. He was like, Papa, I've never seen you this quiet for a whole game. Like, nothing moved me. Even when Terry scored that touchdown, I was just like, oh my God. And then I went back to being monotone. My son was like, Papa, I told you. I was like, son, we're going to find a way to still lose this game. And there you see it. The extra point happened the way that it did. And there's a geezer with Butterfinger. Jesus Christ. So many problems that can't be solved this season, man. Football is still there to be played. What up, Lloyd? How you doing, man? What up? Cynic can block his ass off. So if there's anything we know right now, if there's that, he can block his ass off. You get shot like B-Rob. See how you do. All love for B-Rob. Get healthy. I mean, we all know he got shot, and we don't want him to ever be affected by it. But unfortunately, this league is a business, and there becomes so much you can tolerate as far as availability. And when you live an entire season on the injury report, the team has to eventually start talking to. And also, we don't have a running back that can hit a homer. Wait, what is the breaking news? I mean, there's no breaking news other than we worked out a corner, and that just tells me that Marshon Lattimore could be not ready anytime shortly. Jesus Christ. I was on a Discord call on the phone. My boy with Terry got the TD, and I was like, oh my God, let's go. When he missed the kick, I threw my phone. Yeah, that was I looked at my son like, son, welcome to being a life of a Washington fan, because that was the most Redskins football team Commanders ending I've ever seen. Watching his highlights from last year, he was way more aggressive than St. Juice and Michael Davis. Yep. He looks like he could get on the field with the cornerback rooms that we have right now, you know? I know what ass look like too, sweet. It don't look like Benjamin St. Juice, even though I'm tired of seeing him, bro. Because you always see the back of his jersey and the back of his head with his long ass neck, never getting his head around. Never getting his head around. Benjamin St. Juice plays with some of the worst technique I've seen a cornerback play with. It's like he does a lot right, but the technique is so bad it doesn't even allow him to ever thrive, man. After not scoring a touchdown in the first half, this game was a disaster. It was like, send it to NFL Films for Football Follies. There was block kick, block punt, missed field goal, missed extra point, onside kick for a touchdown, kick return for a touchdown, deep touchdown while you're in prevent defense. Like, what the hell even was this game? What was this game? This game was this shit was disgusting, man. Oh man, we don't even throw it to be. We don't. We just hand it to him up the middle and say, "Do your best to get 7 or 8 yards." We've lost the fastball in our offense. We don't have a screen game anymore. Screens definitely help. Teams are sniffing out our screens as soon as we do them. We only have one wide receiver that can run a wide receiver screen, and that is De'Ami Brown. And Eckler is the only running back we throw screens to. So, you know, we just got to get it right, man. We got to get ourselves right, you know? I think he would be a better complimentary back. I'm telling you, man, I think he would be a better David Montgomery type back than the lead guy. What the fuck they doing with Forbes, Rio? Forbes stinks. And Forbes is, I don't even know why he's still on the roster at this point. What if they're trying out this corner because they're going to cut Forbes? Because they don't have any role here for it. They don't have any role here for that guy. It's way too early, but once free agency start, who is my priority signing? I'll start T. Higgins. I need him to get a little healthier, but I agree with us targeting him. I'm targeting a top corner like DJ Reed, T. Higgins, and whoever the best offensive lineman on the board is off rip immediately. So DJ Reed, a T. Higgins type, and I need to look at what offensive linemen are available. That because I'm signing a receiver and I'm drafting a receiver on day 2 of the draft. Like we need weapons here, y'all. We need weapons here. Do I think Marshon's out for the season? Not yet, but I'm starting to get there. If he's not back after the bye week at the New Orleans Saints, I think we got to start thinking about IR for the year and him being shut down. Definitely smash that like button, man. Yo, that boy Forbes is cooked. Forbes is now a member of Rose Bar. He is for the streets right now. He getting more active in the streets of DC than he is for this football team. Yo, what up, Almighty? Hey, chill. 65 million cap space. That's cute. You know how much we got? 120. No, matter of fact, we got Marshon on the book. We don't got 120. My bad. We're gonna have about 102, $102 million in cap space. So that little 65 mil y'all got, it ain't gonna do it. It ain't gonna do it, man. Rio and followers always have a calming effect on me. Best channel on the tube, bro. I appreciate you, jerk. Appreciate you, my guy. But Almighty, y'all gonna have some. Well, there will be a robust market for T. Higgins because he will be the youngest and best wide receiver on the market during free agency at 26 years old, 6'4" guy, sure-handed. You know, his only knock is what we gonna do with it? We better spend that shit. We in doom and gloom mode right now. We're in crash out city, but I still think these stupid motherfuckers are still gonna make the playoff. I still think we're gonna get the 10-7 and make the playoff. Am I delusional for that? Based on what I've seen the last few weeks, I wouldn't be mad at anybody said that. But I still think that we're going to make the playoff because we still, my least favorite words to hear at this time of year, control our destiny. We do control our destiny. We do. Almighty, I feel like y'all are going to ignore quarterback in the draft and y'all are going to sign a veteran. What do you think? Y'all gonna bring a Tannehill type to come start. Y'all are gonna skip quarterback. Y'all are gonna bring in a mid-veteran. Y'all are gonna skip the quarterback position, and y'all gonna try to build up around the quarterback position. How would you feel if y'all did that? How would you feel if y'all did that shit, man? Free agency comes significantly earlier than the draft. So, yes. Yeah. Got no quarterback. Why would T. Higgins want to sign with the job? I mean, money will bring a guy there, but you don't really know. We got to see where y'all are drafted. Y'all should be drafting a quarterback, but the way that y'all move, I can see y'all not doing it. Y'all finna bring in Bill Belichick, and Bill Belichick gonna bring in Jimmy Garoppolo. Y'all about to be mad as shit. Y'all gonna be playing the Patriots way out that motherfucker. Oh, man, Shadori's good, but I don't know if he's NFL good, but I could be wrong. Shador Sanders is going to be a Las Vegas Raider. I feel like that combination, it just goes together. It fits, and I feel like that's a match made in heaven. Charvarius Ward in free agency, corner San Francisco. I like Charvarius Ward. One of them corners, bring them. Bring them. Ron just texted to say we're in the hunt. Ron never knew where we were, so he wouldn't even know where we're at, right? Ron probably thinks we've had our bye week already. Oh, man. You don't want Sanders. His dad used us. Oh, we're talking about for the Giants. We're not talking about for us. And shout out to Prom. I would have used us too. Everybody that finessed Dan Snyder for a contract, I'm not mad at them. That's what he do, man. EB, my guy with the $99 super chat, my boy EB. That is greatly appreciated, my guy. Blessing your boy on a holiday week on Tuesday afternoon. Thank you so much for the $99, my guy. Always holding your boy down, and as usual, we are not worthy at this current juncture. I hope you're doing well over there, and I hope y'all enjoy y'all holiday week this week. We're a couple days away from Thanksgiving, possibly one of the worst Thanksgiving slates of games we've seen in a minute. Like, ew. Like, the only one that has a chance to being decent is the Bears game. The Bears and Lions game. We got to watch Cooper Rush versus Tommy DeVito at the mid spot on Thanksgiving. Everybody take a nap. Everybody take a nap, y'all. Everybody take a nap. What number 2 receiver, Rio? Hey, not one that currently exists on the roster, man. Yo. What up, Justin? How you doing? How y'all feeling today? There shouldn't have been expectation for the season anyway. For the fact that we assembled this team this season, please stop acting like delusional fans and use common sense. But the point of the matter is expectations were allowed to be invited once we got to 7-2. Once the team is playing 7-2, you're allowed to believe in what's happening at some point and start expecting things like you should make the playoffs after a 7-2 start. We're more than likely going to get DJ Reed. We tried to trade. Yep, and there was rumors that he's interested in coming here, man. Rio, the New York Giant nap. It's nap time, bro. Get your second plate in right before the Cowboys game start on Thursday, because don't nobody want to watch that shit. Marshon needs to get his ass on the field. We be waiting too much. We wasting too much moolah on these players. Well, money-wise, we're not paying him shit this year. And these next 2 years aren't guaranteed, and it's only $18 million per. So we can get out of that contract at any point after this year. We're only paying Marshon Lattimore like Sam Hartman money this year. He's getting paid $600,000. That's league minimum. He's making fucking Sam Hartman money right now. I know you're going to be scared if we draft Shedeur. No, I'm not going to be scared. And when y'all get a quarterback, y'all are going to be nice, but scared is aggressive. Also, y'all not drafting a black quarterback. Your boy Mara not doing that. So you better start looking at Garrett Nussmeier and Carson Beck. Carson Beck and Garrett Nussmeier look like New York Giant quarterback. Shedeur Sanders doesn't look like a New York Giant quarterback. Yeah. We were allowed to start doing it, man. Exactly. At 7-2, you're supposed to talk crazy. You're not supposed to say, oh my God, but what if we don't win another game? At 7-2 for the first time since I was 5 years old, I'm 33. So we supposed to talk crazy, I don't think Shedeur is trash. Do you think that the Saints hid how bad Lattimore's injury was? I don't think they hid it. I think our team didn't let us know everything that they know about the hamstring injury. I think that once they got him here and he passed the physical, they probably looked at each other like, yeah, guys, this is going to be a while, but let's keep this shit in house. Throw a practice jersey on this motherfucker and let's see what we got. And we don't need to let anyone know what's going on. I don't know. We'll see. Carson Beck is off. I don't think that's an NFL quarterback, man. I don't think he's an NFL quarterback. Shout out to him, though. He got one of the little Cavender sisters. He's quarterback in Georgia. A team like the Giants going to reach and draft him early in the draft. So Carson Beck ain't going to put no fear. And Garrett Nussmeier is literally Daniel Jones. I can't wait till they do that. The kicker fucked everything up. I mean, it was more than the kicker Sunday, but he definitely did not help because you have one fucking job as a kicker. If you've watched this channel consistently, you know how I discriminate against specialists. I hate kickers. I wish the position was abolished from the sport of football. I can't stand kickers, and I can't stand that the least athletic person on a roster, the game could come down to him. I hate it so much. So when you have to count on a kicker to win a game, that's your first problem. To me, I hate kickers, bro. I fucking hate kickers so much. I've only seen 2 Giants quarterbacks ever in my life, Eli and Daniel Jones. Exactly. And Shedeur don't look like that. We taking Shedeur. We got the second pick. Hey, y'all the DeVito going, he going to slide y'all a couple wins. Y'all got some stiff competition for a top 3 pick this year. So you better be watching strength of schedule very closely. Dallas kicker's automatic, and he missed the field goal and got 1 block versus us on Sunday. Aubrey missed the field goal and got a joint blocked on Sunday. And they missed an extra point. Like, that game was crazy. That was one of the stupidest games. Like, if you were introducing someone to the sport of football and it was their first game ever and they watched Dallas versus Washington on Sunday, they would think this is the goofiest shit ever, man. Malik Neighbors already trying to escape from New York. He got his eye patch. Y'all should peep that out. They asked that man Neighbors about the effect he's having on the game. He said, man, they ain't throw it to me until we was down 30-0. The fuck you want me to say? Malik Neighbor crashing out as a rookie over that joint. He said, "What the fuck am I supposed to do? They threw it to me for the first time. We was down 30. What am I supposed to do about that, man?" Appreciate you, Anthony. I'm disappointed, not distraught. We don't have a complete. Yeah. We still have hella roles. So we should definitely enjoy what is taking place this year, but it should not disallow us from being disgusted after a game we played Sunday. Right, David, because that shit was ass. My grandmother could make that kick. Even with the bad snap. Tyler Ott snapped the fucking ball. That was a Cameron Cheeseman special. Snap the ball. Fam, I'm telling you, bro, I hate special teams specialists, bro. Tyler Ott, you have one job. Snap the football. Austin Cyber, you have one job. Kick the football, bro. Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? He looked terrified to kick that extra point. He looked like somebody was waiting for him in the opposing end zone to collect as soon as the clock hit 0. He missed that. He missed that field goal before the ball was even snapped. Because snap or not, it's an extra point, brother. It's an extra point, man. Yep, we got our and when Albert Breer came out before the Eagles game and he said that shit, he said that Washington views Marshon Lattimore as their number one acquisition for 2025. I was like, oh, okay. He may not play like that this year. They're looking at this towards the future. They're not tripping on getting him on the field right now. So we're going to find out everything we need to know about Marshon Lattimore in this next 2 weeks. If he's not good coming out of the bye week next week, because I don't see no point of him playing this week before the bye week, then let me take that back. I would love to see him play this weekend because we got to win this game. This is a must-win game. Will Levis and that Tennessee offense with Calvin Ridley, Tony Pollard, and Nick Westbrook-Akine, they're hooping right now. They're putting up points. They're playing better than us on offense right now. We go in there bullshitting, then yikes. Yeah, Tress Way hasn't even been his best self this year either, but he had a good game Sunday, but he hasn't been great this year. He hasn't been Tress Way of years past. Good holder, gets that up and ready for the kicker, even with a bad snap. I believe they got into JD5's head. He looks like two different. He looks like he's playing without thinking. He looks like he's thinking while he's playing now. When we were bowling in at 7-2, everything was off of pure instincts and the game was coming to him. It looks like defenses have him thinking and second guessing his ability. Oh, I don't know if I should run here. Go, Jaden, go. Use your God-given ability. If you see a lane, take that shit. Because I promise you, JD5, that fucking wide receiver room we have on the field right now, they're not going to bail you out. And if you do complete a pass to them, they're not going to take some shit to the distance. They're not going to make plays or create on their own. So you got to go. You got to go, man. You got to fucking go. He's thinking. You can see it. You can see it in real time. He's thinking. He's thinking about what he wants to do. Earlier in the season, everything was everything. He was just letting it fly. If it wasn't there, immediately take off, go get yards. We've seen him at the running element, the rushing element for the first time in a few weeks versus Dallas on Sunday. So that was a good sign. But, we just got to get out of his head. He's going to be all right. Jaden's fine. I'm not worried about Jaden Daniels at all. He is the one thing on this team I'm not worried about. I'm not worried about five one of them ones, man. He's going to be all right. What if Lattimore is out for the season? I think it's possible. I think it's possible. I don't think it's a 0%. Keep telling them to slide all this bullshit. Yeah, just play your game, bro. Just play your game. Play your game and make plays and be who we know you are, man. And yes, he looks back to being himself. We just got to trust it and we got to unleash him. With no running backs this weekend, we may really have to unleash him on the Tennessee Titans. So, Cliff, get back in your bag. Jaden, be who we know you are. And we need to force that ball to Terry McLaurin. We need to Bo Nix ain't spooked. Jaden Daniels, man. Hey, come on, man. Come on, man. He is still a rookie quarterback, too. I think that's another thing that we need to point out. Defenses are jamming receivers, bracketing McLaurin, and pressuring the middle of our O-line. Even Sam Cosmi, like, we love Sam Cosmi. We paid him, deservedly so. Sam Cosmi is getting his ass beat weekly. Nick Allegretti and Tyler Biadasz is hurting the team because he's playing injured. If you're hurt, get the fuck off the field, Tyler Biadasz, because you're getting dogged up the middle. You're getting dogged on a weekly basis up the middle, and we are not getting any push in the running game. Any push at all. And no news that I know of yet, but we'll probably find something out by practice tomorrow. You know, they work out players on Tuesday. All we know so far is that they worked out this corner, Jerry Jacobs, that played for Lance Lumark while he was with the Detroit Lions, had 3 interceptions last year. But we're going to wrap this one up, y'all. We're going to wrap this one up. And shout out to Bo Nix. I still think Jaden Daniels is better and going to have a better career, but Bo Nix is a good fit for what Sean Payton does offensively. Washington worked out a corner today. Washington still has not seen Marshon Lattimore once. Washington may be without its running back 1 and running back 2 for this weekend. We're going to find out more by tomorrow. If anything comes out, I will be back here pressing the live button, and we'll be doing this again. We should be going live on the Commanders Kings channel sometime tonight. It is Louis T, me, Rico from Street Scores, and the real Ed Oliver. We formed the Commanders Kings, and I think we're going to be making our inaugural live stream on the channel, I believe possibly at 8 p.m. tonight. Waiting to confirm with the guys. That's all I got for right now. On the way out, this video was brought to you and powered by BetUS Sportsbook and Casino, home of the fastest payouts in the industry and a match bonus of 150% using YouTube 150 as the promo code. Please bet responsibly. Hail to the Washington Commanders. Smash that like button on your way out. I will holler at y'all if anything else happens. Let's get it in. Michael Strachan, he on the practice squad. Where he at, though? Put him out there on the field, and let's get to it at some point. I will talk to y'all a little bit later. Eric Barber, everybody else who sent super chats and donations, you are greatly appreciated, and I'm very grateful and thankful for everybody that tunes into this channel. Talk to y'all a little bit later, man. I'm out.